games. We don't know yet.
Let's get it out the way. I like it.
Today's the day. You ready to reveal that?
No, we don't know yet.
We were just talking to Daniel about the mentality of coming and being kind of the hit first team, bringing the physicality when you're a smaller group. How much has that been the message, coming into the season?
It's definitely the message. It's just something that we're going to have to continue to work on. Our guys understand it, and they're all buying in. It's sort of the way we got to play. We have to hit first. We have to have a level of toughness and physicality that we have to bring to the game. It has to be at a high level. Rebounding will be important, and then getting out and playing, quick, playing fast, getting up the court, spreading the floor out, and attacking from there.
Is there like a number of guys you want to go with in the rotation you've got in mind, a number in mind?
We don't know that yet either, but it won't be more than 10. It'll be maybe 10 and under, something like that.
Do you feel like these are good problems to have, like 72 hours out, that you have so many people that may have earned minutes and players that you feel like, hey, I could go in a bunch of different directions instead of feeling forced into one direction?
It is. It's honestly a really it's a great problem to have a group that all competes. They all are high character guys. They all deserve an opportunity to play. So, they make my job harder, and that's what we want. We want them to challenge each other and make you have to make tough decisions about who's in the lineup and who's not.
I know Christian asked the question about when you came into the league and the 3-point difference and stuff like that, just kind of the way the game has changed. Is it hard for you maybe as somebody to say, I may start a non-traditional lineup even though I want to do that with the analytics of players I have, or is it just something that the way the game has evolved, you're okay with starting something that may be super small?
Yeah, the way the game is, for sure. I think it's evolving to the point where, if you can finish small, most teams are doing that. They finish and they'll take sometimes a traditional 5 off the floor at the end of the games for matchup purposes. It may be something we have to look at it, like how much can we do it? Can we start the game that way? Can we finish the game that way? And then it's about really working with those groups that we feel will be on the floor.
Willie, could you expand on your thoughts about pace? Since you've talked a lot about this preseason, wanting to play faster, just how fast do you want to play? Like, do you want to be the fastest team out there every night, no matter the competition, or what's your definition?
Yeah, we want to play fast. We also want to be disciplined, and so there's a fine balance of getting stops and deflections and steals, long shots that we can get rebounds, and we have opportunities, we have advantages to attack. That's playing fast. And then there's times where the shot is made, we have to take the ball out of bounds, getting the ball across half court in 20 seconds, being into our first action, within 18 seconds, whether that's a screen, that's a drag, that's a dribble, whatever it is. Now you have an opportunity to get to multiple options in your offense, and you're not playing against the shot clock.
How do you see DeJounte's chemistry with this group on the court grow over the last few weeks?
DeJounte has been an awesome addition to our team. His leadership, his camaraderie with the players, him being sort of a coach on the floor, and it'll continue to grow. We'll continue to get better, but we're glad to have him, and we look forward to being able to put our guys on the floor and go after the best teams.
When you speak on discipline, can you speak to how confident you are in this team, but especially these veterans in leading their discipline factor?
Oh, we're all extremely confident. I'm confident in them. They're confident in what they can do. We're blessed with a really good staff. But discipline is simple. It's coming in every day and having the responsibility to do all the little things, to be able to take margins, because that's what it's going to be in the Western Conference. It's going to be about the small details. Can we set screening angles the right way? Can we take care of the ball? Can we turn and box out and finish possessions when we get defensive stops? Being able to do the little things, especially in clutch situations, they determine whether or not you win or lose a game. And our attention to detail, we're confident that we can be at a high level this season.
I know you've gone from 36 to 42 to 49. Do you set expectations on yourself? I mean, is like 50 too big of an expectation, knowing how difficult the West is, or do you feel like I need more growth too? I mean, you've grown wins-wise each year.
So yes, absolutely, we set expectations for ourselves coming into the season. I set expectations for myself each and every year, and we go after those goals. Within that, it's a ton of growth. It's a ton of learning experiences that you have throughout the course of the season. You learn from the players, your staff, watching film, all of the prep work. So all of that's true, but we definitely have expectations to take another step forward.
Theis mentioned that his role may change from week to week or from game to game, starting, coming off the bench, and that he's fine with that. How important is that from a veteran to have someone that's kind of willing to do whatever it takes?
Well, to your point, just Theis coming here and saying what he said, that's a credit to him. It's a credit to his experience in the NBA. It's a credit to his character. And it's a blessing to have a group full of guys that are very similar. They want to go out and win, and they're willing to do whatever it takes for our team to be successful.
What have you seen from him during this preseason, and how can he help this group?
Seasoned vet that understands different roles. He mentioned it to you guys, but he's had moments where he's come off the bench. He has moments where he's started on teams. And we're going to need all of that from him this season. We're going to have to do it by committee, especially at the center position. So we're grateful to have him. We look forward to getting the season started. And he's right. It'll be unique this year, and I think that's something that we're all excited about.
Well, how much emphasis have y'all put on just taking care of business at home this season? Is that something y'all talked about a lot?
Not much, but we understand that we have to be better in that area. Taking care of home court, playing here in front of our fans, and each and every night, making sure that we come here and not just protect our building, but go after teams when they come here and they come to New Orleans.
Is B.I., I know obviously the offseason, we asked a lot about him. Is he where you want him to be physically, mentally for the start of the season?
B.I.'s been great. He's been fantastic. He's come to starting at training camp. He had a dominant performance in training camp. He had a really good game in Houston, so you could see the carryover. We're glad to have him. He's in a great space right now, and we'll just continue to progress throughout the season.
Thanks, Coach. Thank you. Appreciate it. Now finish the next one. So I think it's going to be game by game, and then obviously you all have to go, and everybody got to sacrifice a little bit for sure.
And what's just your comfortability as a player with? Okay, some nights, they might ask me to come off the bench. Some nights they might ask me to start with just kind of the role changing,
I think I've been doing this for a long time, so for me it really doesn't matter if I come off the bench or start. Like I said, it's gonna take a while for us. Not a while, but just reps. Like competitive games gonna change like how we look out there. So like I said, preseason is preseason, and everybody was limited in minutes. But as soon as we're gonna get in the real games, we're gonna see how the rotations are, who's gonna play with who on the court, and like who's obviously got good chemistry. I think we got to figure it out, and then, like I said, it's going to be very hard to guard us. Like we have so many guys who can go for 20 easily, and then especially Z creating for everybody, not just for himself. It's probably the most impressive thing I've seen from him in this preseason. Just like the aggressiveness he got going to the basket, but also creating for all the people around him.
You mentioned it may take some time. Are you referring specifically like to the chemistry, just getting you guys to know each other on the court?
No, I think it's for every time the season starts and you got new faces on the team. I think it's going to take a little games to get into it. Just like I said, not just chemistry, but also who needs what spot on the court, like who likes what spot for shots. Like just to figure this out, obviously it's going to take a little time, but obviously we want to play fast, so we don't need all the set plays and all that stuff. We want to get stops, rebounds, and just go.
And the younger center, the guys that are just starting their career centers, have mentioned how they like to talk to you about the experience that you have and kind of lean on you for advice. What did you like about what you saw from Yves so far in preseason?
He's been great. Like his activity level, obviously, athleticism, he can block everything. So. And obviously then put pressure on the rim, like catching lobs. I think for him also it's comes with experience, getting into real games, no personnel, when to go to block, when to stay on your feet. And then obviously like a little fouling, like just keep yourself on the court. But obviously I try to help him wherever I can. I learned from Al Horford, Aaron Baines, that took me under the wing. So I try to do the same, communicate with him, help him out whenever I can.
Certain things at the beginning of your career that you picked up as far as avoiding foul trouble like that, of just not picking them up so quickly?
I think if you're younger and you can jump as high as Eve, sometimes it's tempting to go block everything. But I think that's what coaches want from him, be a defensive presence, like get everything on the rim. So some games he probably gets some calls, some games he don't. Like I say, I think it comes with experience, just being out there and play the game. Let's go, Mike.
Yep. Questions? Who's been one of your favorite teammates since you've been on the team?
I haven't seen Trey around a lot, so I can tell him. But Jose is funny. I like Jose.
Wrong answer.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.